Hi everyone, welcome to Left Undone, Incomplete Investigations. Hold on, I just have to do one little thing that I forgot to do, and that is to put the right camera on. So there we go. So how is everybody tonight? I am Kathryn. Nice to meet any of you new people. Thank you so much for being here. All right, now fix something. Okay, much better. So how's everybody tonight? I wanted to talk about this case. One of my subscribers told me about it yesterday, late last night, and I decided to look into it, and I thought it was really something important for us to talk about because these girls keep going missing, you know, and they're out with their boyfriend somewhere, and they're doing all this brave, amazing stuff, and they're young, and it's just really sad. So if you don't know the story, I decided to do a weeknight live stream about Gabby Petito. She's 22. I did do a, yes, I did hear that too. Okay, so I did do a video on her last night, a quick video. Gabby and her boyfriend Brian have a YouTube channel, and they were documenting this road trip. They left on July 2nd. From Florida, went to New York, and their final plan was to get to Oregon, somewhere, I don't know where in Oregon, but to Oregon. And so along the way, they were stopping at national parks. They went to the Arches. The last place they were at was Grand Teton. But the story is so weird because, first of all, she's vanished. Her really, you know, kind of bizarre. So I'll back up for a minute. So I'm Kathryn. Left Undone, Incomplete Investigations is my part-time job. I started here with the Daybell case. If you're new, that case is crazy, and I've had so many videos on it, but it just kind of grew my channel, and I decided to continue following other cases that I think are really important. I'm a mom of 4, grandmother of 2, and I have a full-time job as a registered nurse. So that's me if you're new, because I know we did have a lot of new people recently. And you guys can hear me okay? I'm sure, I think so, because you're not complaining about it. Judy Isle Herod, I'm very dismayed by Brian's behavior. Yeah, okay, so there's two schools of thought with his behavior. First of all, everybody should get a lawyer if they think they're going to be accused of anything, and they should shut up, right? Because everything you say can and will be held against you in a court of law. But I don't know if Brian realizes this, but anything he says can be held against him. What he said last week, 2 weeks ago on video, on everything can be held against him. So it's not just from the moment you're suspected of something. They can go back, and that can all still will be held against him. So Fox 13 said the police impounded the van. They got a warrant for that. I guess we will hear more about it tomorrow. Yeah, I was going to share a clip. I don't know if the audio is going to work right. I'm going to try it because I have done this before, and I do have a news clip, the newest news clip. Okay, let me see if I can share. Tell me in the chat, tell me if it's bad and not worth it, okay? Because I don't know if you're going to hear echo or not, because I have to unmute. Anyway, let's try this. Where's my, make sure my thing has a mute. Okay. Let me see if it's going to play. I'm going to share my screen and the audio, which is something I have forgotten to do. And share system audio. Perfect. Okay, this one right here. Ready? And let's play this.
Searching for a Northport woman who is missing. 22-year-old Gabby Petito has been traveling the country, but was recently reported missing out of New York, where her family lives. They were last in contact with her at the end of August. Fox 13's Evan Axelbank joins us now live in Northport, where police are helping with this case. What can you tell us, Evan?
Well, police found the van that they were traveling here at the home that is owned potentially by the boyfriend's parents. They're now processing that. They've towed it away and are looking through it for any evidence they can find. Family in New York say that Gabrielle Petito was on a cross-country trip leaving Long Island on July 2nd. They were headed to Oregon, but stopping numerous places along the way, documenting their journey in their van on YouTube. Family last spoke with her August 24th or 25th and last texted with her August 30th. She was reported missing this weekend, September 11th, and they may have reached as far as Grand Teton National Park. Her boyfriend is not missing, but police are not saying how he may or may not be involved in where she is right now. Police found the van at this home this weekend.
You know, that's our main goal right now, is just trying to find some answers. You know, again, we're hopeful that she's out there somewhere. You know, people sometimes just don't want to communicate. So that's certainly still, you know, a viable option. But we have to prepare for something maybe more sinister.
Gabrielle's 22 years old. She's 5'5" and 110 pounds. She has blonde hair and several tattoos, including one on her finger and also one on her forearm that says, "Let it be." Anyone with information is, of course, asked to give Crime Stoppers a call. Neighbors we have spoken to here in this neighborhood are, of course, shocked, and they're very much hoping for her safe return, Linda.
Yes, indeed. Let's hope us sharing the information does help law enforcement. Thanks, Evan.
Okay, I'm clearly kind of a knucklehead because I didn't mute myself. That's why you had the echo, because there's a delay. But anyways, yeah, so the van has been taken into custody, or whatever, however you want to word it. So obviously, no, why does this keep playing? Stop. Obviously, they do suspect something went on, and it's just a really kind of bizarre story because they were documenting everything. And so I was looking at, oh, there's something else I want to share. Let me share this. So I've been watching the Facebook group that's following her. There's a couple of them. So I'm looking at the chat too to see if you guys have anything fantastic. So I was watching the Facebook group and someone had posted this. Let me share this. I have to put it over there though. This is a handwritten note from her, I guess, step uncle. And it says, domestic reported on August 12th. Brian went to Florida August, I can't see, sorry, I gotta go closer, it's way over here. August 17th through August 23rd. Left hotel in Salt Lake City, August 24th. And then in Grand Teton, Wyoming, August 25th. There's also a picture of her posted in Ogden, Utah, was posted on August 25th. Now, it could have been taken before and just got posted that day. I know her mother says she did speak to her on August 25th. And then told a friend through Snapchat on August 27th, she is heading to Yellowstone. And then last text from her phone, he put in quotes, on August 30th saying, no service in Yosemite. Is it even her, they say. Now, I think they meant Yellowstone, not Yosemite. I do that all the time. When the Daybell kids were missing, I was calling Yellowstone Yosemite. I don't know, just because Yosemite is like the one that I would go to because I live in California and been to, but so it slipped. Okay, so I'm sorry if this was said, but where is the boyfriend she was traveling with? Is he missing? No, he's not missing. And so this story makes it really weird. So domestic, whatever day that was, August 12th. Were the police called? Where were they? Did they get in a fight? And then it says Brian went to Florida August 17th through the 23rd. So he left and went to Florida. Her father has said that he bought them Uber Eats and sent it to the hotel they were staying at. Now, I'm wondering if he flew back into Salt Lake City, so they wound up staying at a hotel near Salt Lake City. She was staying there after he left. But did she tell anybody this, like that he was gone? And then Grand Teton on the 25th. So did they make up and he flew back? I mean, what do you guys think about that? Someone called Gary R. has asked the person to contact him at the Facebook group. What person? This person that wrote this? Autumn. There are many facts we don't know and don't make sense. Why was she last seen in a hotel if they were camping out? Who's funding these lengthy cross-country vacations? Are they on unemployment? Okay, so I heard a couple things. Like, so much of what we hear is just like hearsay and I heard and rumor and whatever, but it's so new that we don't have a lot of facts and they're not giving us a lot of facts. But one thing I heard, that they both were working at Publix recently, that they had saved money for this trip. And then someone else said they had been on unemployment for a while, but the whole world's been on unemployment because of COVID, right? So many people were, and it was extended so long. Not me, but a lot of people were. So that makes sense too. They could have been saving that money because it was extra, extra money. Yes. And I did hear he hired an attorney. Her father has said that. Family members have said that. And did you guys see the press conference? Do you want me to play the parents' press conference from today? It's like 8 minutes long. I have it if you'd like to hear it. Yep, the van was found at the boyfriend's parents' house. And they did have a YouTube channel. Their YouTube channel is called Nomad. Oh my gosh, I just Nomadic. You want to hear the conference? Thank you, Allie, so much. Appreciate the compliment. Okay, I'll play it because I have it up. So we'll do that. Let me get rid of this. Make sure to remember to mute myself. And 2 weeks missing, yeah. Why would that is my biggest question. Why would the boyfriend leave without her? Why? I mean, she's 22 years old. She's thousands of miles from home. And you just get in your van that she has all decorated, all cute and stuff, like a home. So you basically take her home and drive it back to Florida? I don't know. It just, nothing's adding up. And I hate to speculate more than we should, but sorry, I always do this. My house gets hot when I have the light on. So I got to cool my house off. So, it's just really weird. Okay, so let me play the press conference. Static. Nomadic static. Yeah, and it's spelled a little bit different, like the right way to spell static. I'll find it in a minute, but let's watch the press conference. Okay, I got it. Let me play this. Share my screen again and mute my own self so you don't have to hear the me echoing. Share screen. Share screen right here. Oops. Hold on, guys. I promise I'll do this, guys. I want to turn it loud enough so that you can hear it. And then I want to mute myself real quick here. All right.
just her. We need to find her and bring her home.
And of course, she is watching this. I don't know, is there anything?
Casual outfits, t-shirts, shorts, sandals. Casual outfits, t-shirts, shorts, sandals, flip-flops, things like that. She liked to have her hair in a ponytail and sunglasses. She's a beautiful girl.
What do you know about this guy who is refusing to cooperate with the police?
We're not commenting on that.
How did she meet him?
We're not commenting on that.
And how often did you talk to her on the phone before she disappeared?
Frequently.
Every day?
At least 3 times a week. We would FaceTime, call, text frequently. She kept me updated on this whole trip.
Did it start to dwindle? Did her communication start to fade, or?
No, not until I received a text on the 30th. That was the last communication I had.
And you had doubts about that text, or?
I can't.
It should get louder right now. They were really quiet, like their microphone wasn't right.
I'm excited. What was it like?
We hugged. We gave them some money to, if they needed it, because they're kids, They were excited about the trip. They left on July 2nd from New York.
What was the purpose of the trip? What were they wanting to do?
Camping, hiking, seeing the country.
When was she coming back? How long was the trip?
The trip was supposed to end in October in Portland, Oregon.
And what was the last conversation you had with her on video chat? What did she say?
I believe it was around the 23rd and or the 24th. I can't recall, but she was having a great time. She said she was headed up to Wyoming.
How long have they been dating?
We're not going to comment on any of that.
Can you talk about her hopes and dreams? Like you said, I think she was kind of artistic and full of life. And what did she want to become or do? Or
I think she was just the type of person that was free. She went and did what the day took her. She didn't have a plan. This was a plan, but what was next, we didn't know.
And she has a bunch of siblings from your side and her dad's side, right? Excuse me, 4 or 5? 5.
She has, 5 siblings.
How are the kids holding on?
I think the younger ones aren't quite understanding, but her brother her 2 oldest brothers are, they're younger than her, but they're the older brothers, but they're not doing well.
Can you talk about what kind of sister she is?
They fought growing up, but they got closer as, like my son is 18, and they got very close. And they even went camping together before they left for this trip.
What message do you want us to get out? Like, why are we here? What do you want us to do?
Most importantly, we are looking for her. We are not focusing on anything else but finding her. And
if anybody just has any information,
Anything.
any information out there, anybody who's seen her, we just ask that they call the tip lines and just please give any information you have. We just want her home safe with us.
Is it possible that she would just choose not to be in contact for a while and just be enjoying the?
No, I know that. I believe a mother's instinct is the most powerful.
Do you think something bad has happened to her?
I don't know. I believe she's gonna come home.
How did she sound on the last call that you had with her on FaceTime? Did she sound happy? Did she sound like she was having fun?
Yes.
Why the long wait from August till now to report her missing? Was there a certain amount of time that you had to wait, or?
No, I believed the first couple of days when I wasn't getting responses, I believed she was in a place with no service. It was like day 8 and 9 that I really became concerned and figured she couldn't be off the grid for that long.
Was she sending you text messages after the call between phone?
Yes, we had text only conversations up to the 27th, and I only received a text from her on the 30th, which I had not responded to. It was just a text to me.
What was that one on the 30th?
I can't comment on that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you pronounce her last name for us?
Sure, it's Petito, Petito. Petito, thank you.
There were reports that you didn't believe that the last texts were from her. What?
Not commenting on that.
Can't comment.
Why do you believe she's in danger?
I don't know if I believe she's in danger for particular reasons. I just believe she's in danger because she's not in touch with us, and she could be alone somewhere. She could be stranded somewhere in the wilderness, and she needs help. And I hope that we're not out there, but I hope that everybody's looking for her. I hope that the hikers and the rangers and the campers and everybody has her face and they're looking for her actively.
Seems like they're traveling companions. They're not sure if you knew. She's not gonna talk about that.
Can you guys talk about the beginning of the trip when you guys first had heard about it, some of the conversations that you had with her, any concerns, excitement, what was the feeling, what were the conversations that were going on?
As a mom, I had concerns for my daughter going on a road trip in general, but I felt safe. They were together, they had a plan, they had an itinerary, and we were excited for them. Everybody wanted to do what they were doing.
No reservations about what they were doing, who was on the trip, any of that?
No, I knew it was just the two of them, and I felt perfectly comfortable with that.
Nicole, can you talk about what the past few days has been like for you?
It's hard to explain. I guess it's it's scary and it's nerve-wracking, and we don't eat, we don't sleep. We're just actively looking for her, looking at tips. Did anybody see her somewhere? We just want to find her and bring her home.
Do you plan to go out west, and is that why you're raising money on the GoFundMe page?
It's a consideration to go into, yes. We're looking into it.
Do you know what her last exchange was with her fiance? And how that was reported to you?
No, we do not.
So they were engaged.
We're not gonna talk
We're not
about
gonna
that.
talk about that.
At
You know,
this
it's
time,
kind of
we're asking
irrelevant.
you.
Yeah,
Were they dating for a long time before? they were in
a
the-
couple of years,
Couple
about
of
2.5 years.
Can you say how they met? Or is it-
Should I talk about how they met? Should I go?
If you want
It's not a big deal. They knew each other in high school. They were friends, and the friendship rekindled, and they started dating.
He's local also.
to.
No comment.
And how long has she been in Florida? Has she been living in Florida with her biological dad?
She moved to Florida to live with her boyfriend.
About when?
I don't know the exact date. I'm gonna say 2.5-ish years. I don't know the exact date.
Is there anything else you want to say?
I just want to reiterate that we're looking for her and only her. We're not looking for the van. We're not looking for the two of them. We are looking for just her. We need to find her and bring her home.
And Nicole, if she is watching this, I don't know what this, but is there anything you would like to say directly to her?
Gabby, we just want you to come home. Call us, let us know you're up there. We just, come home. Please.
I miss you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Okay, I remembered to unmute myself. So they have an attorney obviously standing right there, right? Because they're asking him what they can talk about. And they're like, can we talk about when she moved there? Yeah, that's okay. We're not talking about that. So he was very specific about certain things they could talk about when it came to that boyfriend, or fiance, whatever he is at this point. I saw somewhere the parents don't want the boyfriend to be bashed. I think they're being very careful. What was the other case recently where they were like tiptoeing around the boyfriend? I just feel like
I think they know more. And I don't know. I usually don't jump. I'm usually one of the people on YouTube that says, I'm not going to accuse the family or the husband or whatever. But the fact that he didn't report her missing and drove all the way back from Florida and her parents had to kind of figure out that she was missing is just such a red flag. Also, they were on if you watch their video, they're on cliffs and bigger cliffs and over edges of water and stuff. What if she just fell off one of those cliffs and he panicked and thought, oh God, somebody's going to think I pushed her. And he just was a knucklehead and just panicked and left. But that made him look more guilty, right? So, she wants him to talk, right? Maybe, I guess you would be very careful about accusing him because you want him to maybe feel comfortable enough to talk to you, like not cut off contact. Like Maya Malete's husband cut off contact with their whole family. Maybe they want to still kind of just keep that door open. Because you never know when somebody's going to say the wrong thing. Let's see. I knew this girl in middle and high school. We were very close friends. She was the sweetest. She seems so sweet. If you watch her video, I just woke up. Now, I had said in her one video, and the fact that somebody posted something about a domestic kind of makes me go back to that because I said her one eye looked swollen or bruised or something. And then a lot of people were like, no, she just woke up. It looks like, blah, blah, blah. But now the fact that they talked about a domestic, I'm wondering if maybe there is something like a healing eye, but I don't know. This is another heartbreaking case. I feel pressure on my arms and legs over too much to carry, perhaps too disturbingly out of sorts. Yeah, it's really, right? And they don't want, and he has lawyered up, so they can't, libel. There's all kinds of legalities. They have a lawyer standing there. The boyfriend has a lawyer. That thing about the fact that on that note just makes me nuts that he left and went back to Florida from the 18th to the 23rd. Her father brought them Uber Eats at a hotel in Salt Lake City, I think they said, in Utah. So that would probably be the nearest airport to all what they were doing. So if he booked it, left, they talked, they made up, he came back, or maybe she thought they made up. I don't know. There's just a lot going on here. Never knew this girl, but my heart hurt so much. I think about it. Yeah, it's so sad. I have a 22-year-old. I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine. And you guys were saying that the parents look so young. I had a 22-year-old when I was 40, well, he's 32 now. So I had a 22-year-old 10 years ago. So, I was much younger. So they could be pretty young because I had him at 25. Sorry, I'm looking at the chat too because I don't want to miss anything. Also in the Maya case, my friend lives near there and she got pregnant and the husband caught her cheating, then forced her to get an abortion. It's crazy. Oh, wow. Yeah. Your entire high school is praying. I know, because you guys are so young. Oh my gosh. Middle school was like yesterday for you in high school. It's just so scary. And the fact that he came home just bothers me a lot. No matter what. Fight, not fight. And obviously now he's left her twice. If he came back to Florida, what do her parents know that we're not allowed to talk about? That van. Let's see, Alex. Oh yeah, okay, the friend, Alex C. Yeah, red flags, right, Stephanie? It's just weird. Also, somebody was going through her Spotify account. I guess your Spotify playlists can be public. Who knew? Somebody was going through her Spotify account, and there's tons of breakup songs recently during that last period of August. that she added. And then he added, I guess, a song that was really weird. And then they said a couple times that he's not cooperating. So he's not talking to the police unless he has to, I guess. And I heard Scott Reich say, he was on Profiling Evil tonight. They briefly touched on it, but he said that once they lawyer up, the police can't even talk to him. I guess they have to have, they'd have to talk to him with the lawyer. So he can just plead the fifth. I'm looking back because I was talking to my sister today about this. Oh, and then the other thing that I was confused about. So if they were in so they were in Utah, and then Salt Lake, then there's a picture that she took. I actually found it, but other people found it too. She took this picture. This was like her last couple. This was the last Instagram posts. Was these pictures with this monarch butterfly, and then I was able to look that up, and that I found another people in front of that, and that's monarch mural in Ogden, and that she posted that picture on the 25th. But if they were in Grand Teton, and she said they were going to Yellowstone, Ogden's way back on your way. It's by Salt Lake, right? And so I'm like looking at this map. So, sorry, I'm going to do it this way. So Grand Teton's here, Yellowstone's here, and Ogden, Utah is way down here. So they wouldn't have went back there, right? Okay, so Grand Teton National Park is by Jackson Hole, Wyoming. And then Yellowstone National Park is just above it. Can you see it? There you go. Right? So that's by Jackson Hole, and then Yellowstone's above it. But then, I don't know if I can do this backwards. Look, Ogden's way down there. So why would you go backwards? You see people covered up and look so happy, but deep down they're not. They're trying to make the other happy, right? And if there was a domestic, it's obviously something going on in that relationship. You should never have a domestic in a normal relationship, no matter what. If you're in a relationship where somebody has to call the police on the other person, it's time to go. I mean, I had to learn that the hard way a long time ago. So, you can think, and it's a cycle. And people wind up dead, like my best friend, but that's a whole nother story for a whole nother show. But yeah, so the fact that something was really rocky, it doesn't seem right. The text sent may not have been from the daughter because it was a text, right? And the mom said that, and that letter from the uncle, whoever the uncle is, the post from the uncle or step uncle or whatever is there was some comments. Oh, okay, here it says, "This is my brother's stepdaughter. She's been missing for 2 weeks without any contact with family, friends, or social media posts. She was camping national parks from Utah to Wyoming and was headed to Yellowstone. Her last known location was Grand Teton, Wyoming on 8/25. She was traveling in a white 2012 Ford Transit van." Now, this is from yesterday, with the Florida license plates. "Please contact if you have any information." And then he said, "My timeline, my family has, of last known." And then that's when he put the domestic on the 12th. Brian went back went to Florida on the 17th or the 23rd, blah, 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 all that other stuff. So, and then somebody, I don't know if this means anything or not, but somebody was looking at their all trails hiking or whatever map. And there's some inconsistencies between the two of them on that. But I think this is just places they planned to go, not places they went. So that one doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Okay, so this is what somebody said about her Spotify. So I just looked at their Spotify account and found some interesting insights into how their relationship might have been before she disappeared. There's a playlist called Mellow Yellow that says Made by Gabby. The last 2 songs were added on August 21st and are both sad breakup songs. On another one of their playlists called Honey Bunch, the last song added August 20th is a song about closure. On their playlist Horizon, the last song was added August 23rd, and it's about loneliness. On the playlist Mountaintops, which says Made by Brian, the last song added August 31st is a creepy, repetitive song about a badger's death. Deep as solitary stone in gray, crimson, and greens, in slumber of blood and bone, the badger lies still as he dreams. I hear one last slow breath underneath the beech tree home, the smell of the badger's death in the ground leaves a mighty hole. Yeah. You know, I watch enough 48 Hours and Dateline and have a crime channel to know that almost every single freaking Dateline 48 Hours 2020, it's either the lover, the boyfriend, the husband, the jilted ex, or the jealous spouse. Like literally, I don't think I've ever seen a 2020 or a Dateline that's somebody that's not involved, right? Oh, it was on Inside Edition. Yeah. So, oops. Let me go looking through the chat, see what you guys have to say. From the small clips I've seen, they don't seem like they raise their voices to each other. They both seem so sweet, gentle, and quiet. I'd never thought he'd hurt her, but his action's a different story. And, you know, there's a lot to be said about editing, because if I didn't edit what I did, you'd hear me yelling at my dogs. Like, stop it, you know, when I'm doing my videos, because especially my puppy, he's crazy. But yeah, so he's only 23. I thought he was older for some reason, but I guess he just looks older because his hair's receding maybe. Let's see. I even went back, got it way beyond marginal difficulty with endless supply of reasons to make it my fault. This is a bizarre playlist, right? It is a bizarre playlist. Or jealous friend. There's a pattern. He's a creep. Going back to see what you guys have to say. Carpe diem. Some folks hold off a day or so to post vocational pics and nobody can hunt them down by their surroundings. That's true. Some people don't even post their vacations while they're on vacation. Like they wait till they come all the way back home so nobody even knows they're gone. Smart people. I mean, actually is smart. Let's see. Yes, from whatever, from that music. Okay. Gabby appears so young. Running Tuna, did you know her boyfriend from high school too? So the boyfriend knew where the white van was because he brought it back to Florida. And I mean, if she was last seen in Grand Teton, how many days? It takes a couple of days to get all the way back to Florida. So, and didn't let anybody know on the way that he couldn't find her. You guys, sorry, I'm jumping to conclusions because it's like, looks like a duck, quacks like a duck. What else could have happened? Unless, you know, she is a very pretty girl. Unless they got in a fight and he took off and then she disappeared and now he's paranoid that he's going to get blamed for it. But why wouldn't she have called her mom and said, I would have been like, Mom, we broke up. I mean, can you get me home? Come get me. You know what I mean? At 22 years old, like, or send me some money. I need to get back. I'm stuck. I'm stranded. He left me. You know, if she was okay. Right? We definitely know he knows what happened to her. I heard he avoided many questions and got a lawyer as well. Yeah, he did. He's lawyered up. And again, you're supposed to, especially if you're innocent or guilty, I guess you should get a lawyer, but I don't know. The fact that he's not any real fiance would have been sitting there at that press conference, right? Like anybody that actually is not guilty, they would have been the one speaking up for their significant other. supposedly they're engaged. It said on her TikTok or yeah. So they have, you can find, they're all over social media. They both have Instagrams. They were really active. The TikTok has their nomadic static, their YouTube channel. I didn't go back very far in their YouTube channel. I only went to the one video that was created, that was just posted recently. They need to have a weapon to defend themselves in case he comes in the house. And I don't know where her phone is. Nobody's talked about her phone. But again, the mom last actually heard her voice on the 25th of August, got text from her on the 30th, but for some reason, there's been many comments that says she's not even sure that was her. So did it sound off? And then in that press conference, the attorney's like, we're not talking about that text. So did something sound like it wasn't her? Did it sound like, you know how, so you know your kid, you know how they text, you know their emojis that they use or not, or words or whatever, you know. Right. Don't you think, Lori, he'd be there? Like, I don't know. Maybe she didn't, but she sounds like she was really close to her mom. She said they talked like 3 times a week at least. But her mom then again said she trusted that they were together and that. So, but, you know, sociopaths, people that are capable of doing horrible things can and often do come across as great guys, great people, you know. They do. They're good at it, you know. You're right. The past few years, it seems like the world's gone mad and no one breaks up anymore. They just kill their partner or the entire family. It is crazy. Yeah. We all need to share a story and share it very fast. It's been 2 weeks already. Absolutely. That's why I wanted to do a live. I try to do some lives on weekdays, but it doesn't go very well because I work during the day. But with this, since I did the video last night, I wanted to do a live today because more stuff kept coming in. Then the parents did the press conference. So I thought it was important. And the YouTube channel only has one video now. It's all been deleted. Oh, really? Just that last video? Oh, shoot. Darn it. I should have screenshot. I hate when that happens. I usually try to get things before they get deleted. My songs are always sad and I love my husband. Yeah, that's true. But if they're all of a sudden, you're posting breakup songs and stuff. I mean, I like sad songs too, but I don't have a husband right now. Anyways, I did. Let's see. When she was seen at the motel hotel, do you know if it was by a bystander or video footage? I'm assuming video, but I don't think that they've specified that. But I'm assuming video. I put her story, Journey to Justice. Good. Own channel and my group on Facebook. Great. Good. And I think more YouTubers are going to get on this story because Mike King brought it up today when he was with Scott Rice. She's brought up Gabby. So it's getting out. I feel bad because the last one I did, Joshua Bohannon, his dad's been emailing me, but there's not a whole lot of people talking about that one. And he's missing, and that's in Tennessee. So some of them, everybody jumps on them, and other ones, they don't get a lot of attention. So I don't do this full time, so it's hard to get them all. But a 22-year-old girl would call her parents that's stranded or they weren't getting along. I think so too, Rita. I've raised enough kids. My boys would probably even call me, you know? There will be a press release. Anybody in the area around that time, please hand in all your photos and videos. Good point, right? Doorbell, I mean, I don't know where they were. They were out and about, but they were all over the place. Like they were on the move. They weren't in any place too long. Hi, Dita Diva. It's always good to lawyer up, whether innocent or guilty. When you start talking, things get very screwed up. Right. Everything will be held against you for sure. So yeah, I mean, you know, probably any of us would lawyer up and then everybody would be like, well, they lawyered up. Oh my God. You're bad if you don't lawyer up, and you're bad. You know, if you don't lawyer up, people will think, well, you're cooperating. But then if you do, they think that you're guilty. But it could go either way, right? Her parents have lawyered up. Her parents have lawyers standing right there. If she stayed in Mexico, guys, she'd still be here. No offense. You're welcome, Pamela. You're very welcome. All cases deserve to be shared. I know, and it seems like they're just coming at us so fast. I don't know why, but doesn't it seem? Am I crazy? Doesn't it seem like there's just every day there's another one? There's a kids like Michael Vaughn up in Idaho, and Summer Wells, and the West kids still haven't been found. Something I read that the boyfriend had posted talking about her was quite foreboding. He said something like, I would die just to relive all our memories together one more time. Oh, I saw that. I think I saw that in the Facebook. It's a picture of them standing all dressed up, and then he has that comment underneath it. But he wasn't concerned for 2 weeks, right? Yeah, good point. And that was before she went missing. There's a story of a man covering up his son's murder. Have you guys heard of it? Oh, no, I don't think so. There's a plethora of cases, many very violent, yes. Oh, Aiden Fauci's mom. Yeah, that's Fauci, whatever. His mom's in trouble. She's got a felony because she washed the jeans and tried to cover up the evidence. If I'm the last person to be with a missing girl, how do I get to be like, nah, I don't want to answer questions. Okay, thanks, bye. Right? Seriously. Let's see. I'm looking back to see what you guys said. Because sometimes I miss it, and I really like the chat. I don't know if you're new here, I like to interact with the chat. I wonder what was deleted on their YouTube channel, though. That's really suspicious to me. When did her phone last ping? Oh, that's on. Yeah, right. Looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a duck, right? I mean, it is. It isn't a dog, it's a duck. Yeah, so I don't know where her phone is. Her parents are very like, no comment about the boyfriend. It's all very mysterious. But the bottom line is, oh my goodness, this just came on my phone. This is totally off topic, but Palm Springs Police Department released a photo of a possible missing child found in the city Monday afternoon. They found a little girl. She's about 5 years old. They don't know if the child's name or whether she lives near where she was found. They need to find her parents. Hello? Does anybody have a missing child? What the heck is wrong with everybody? That's just bizarre. Okay, well that was, sorry, kind of off topic, but I was going to look at the Facebook group. Okay, somebody posted, oh, the zone of death. Yeah, that people did that when the Vallow Daybell case too. That's that whole weird thing. If you die in a certain place in Yosemite, you can't be charged with a felony, but you can if it was premeditated and you took them there, but you can if you just decide to kill somebody there. It's really weird. Look it up. Okay, let me go back to where I was texting. The all trails, we covered that. And anybody that was here Saturday, does my audio sound better? Because I found the settings on my camera. I think I fixed it. People are insane to kill people. You can't trust anyone. I know. You know, somebody asked that, and my kings, they're like, how do you know who to trust these days? Like, where's the writing on the wall? Like, I need to know, because I'm not making any new friends anymore, ever. Makes no sense. Get this guy down to the station, let him bring his lawyer, and grill the guy. He has to know something. Absolutely. He has Chris Watts' eyes. He looks like a loon to me. I didn't get a chance to watch them all. Then I looked and they're all gone. Well, the first one I got, but is that the only one that's up? The one that I already stole? Hold on. What the heck? I want to get rid of that. Let me see. They're called Nomadic Static. Okay. Here's their YouTube channel. Oh, their YouTube. Oh, here it is. Here's their YouTube channel. Yep. That's it. Everything is gone, but that one. I'll show you. Look. Yesterday, there was more down here. I just did it so late last night that I didn't go through them. And that's the only one. The one, they're little, you know. Yeah. And this is the one that was posted 3 weeks ago. Wow, it's getting a lot of views. That's probably why. Is it monetized? Like, might as well, right? You might need the bail money. Turn on the monetization. So that's weird. Because last night I saw a whole bunch, but I didn't look at them. Anybody else get a chance to go through them? I agree, Marielle. Remember the case where the young, beautiful girl got in a campus policeman's car and he killed her? Yes. I heard a podcast about that. There's a podcast about that. I forget what it's called, but it's really good. And it was really interesting. Oh my God, it has such a crazy ending. Literally winds up kidnapping the friend. It's a weird, I'll have to find that one because that one has a really bizarre story. I know this has been said, but stereotype of the situation observed through film, novels, and TV. It baffles me how obscenely obvious this appears. Very upsetting. Yeah. She was a gorgeous girl. He's guilty, I'm assuming. I'm leaning towards that. Probably pushed her off a cliff. It's been done before. It's been done a lot. One thing about places, Yellowstone with no laws, Google Yellowstone. Yeah, that's what I was just talking about. But there's a criteria. Like you can't go, I'm going to take this person there and murder him, and then I won't get in trouble. You literally have to have all of a sudden gotten in a fight there and stabbed them and they died, and you were just happened to be in that zone of death. You can't have premeditated it to get them there. And there's a really interesting, like, college article some professor wrote about it. They were together for 2 years. Friends and associates will be able to provide information about the relationship, right? Because I'm sure, you know, you tell your girlfriends stuff sometimes that you don't even tell your parents, right? On TikTok, it says their last YouTube was posted on the 21st of August. So this is it right here. August 19th. This was posted August 19th. You went to school with both of them. Sorry, but conclusions need to be jumped. Why wouldn't he speak with the family? He returned without her, got himself an attorney, suspicious. Yeah. Literally, just found your channel. Why won't he cooperate? I'd love to know what his story is going to be. Don't get me wrong. I'm never quick to judge. Why don't we know where he says he last saw her? I know. That is just blowing my mind. It really is. I'm completely baffled by that. Mad Psycho 27, do you know them? Did they both move to Florida together? Her mom said that she moved down there to be with them, but they knew each other from before. So he must have moved to Florida at some point. But I think One of her parents her dad lives in Florida, I believe. What's his Instagram name? It's okay, hold on. I was on their Instagram, so let me see if I can get back there. Hers is, because she has him tagged. So she's Gabs Petito, and oh, she's now followed by East Idaho News. That's new. I'm going to follow her too then. If East Idaho News is following her, I'm following her. And then she tags him in a lot, and his Instagram is bizarre_design. This is his. I do this with the camera because it's opposite. Take a hike every day. Bug bites are better than being brainwashed by the media. Nature enthusiasts. Take on van life with Gabs Petito. Nomadicstatic.com. Oh, they have a website? They do. You need a password. Huh. Follow our journey. They have a website, nomadicstatic.com. I didn't see that before, but you can't get into it. I don't know if it was password protected before this, but it sure is now. Okay. Thank you for putting some light on this for Gabby. You're very welcome, of course. Is boyfriend in jail? No, nope. He's got a lawyer and he's not talking and not cooperating. And the van was found at his parents' house. So I'm assuming they didn't live at his parents' house, right? They lived together in Florida, but I'm assuming they didn't live with his parents in Florida unless they gave up their apartment when they went nomadic, which is probably what they would have done, right? If they lived in an apartment. This is another Chris Watts story. I'm afraid. I'm actually really, Chris Watts, I had that gut feeling about Chris Watts from the minute I saw him interview. He was one of the ones that I really was like, oh, dude, that guy. And Letitia Stout. I totally didn't believe anything she was coming out of her mouth from the beginning. Then there's been other ones, and Lori and Chad. But then there's other ones that I'm just never been sure of. So yeah, so that's their web. And his last Instagram post was August 13th. That's his last Instagram post. He's bought no post of her on this one. It's all just him on these rocks, you know, up there. But that's August 13th. And talks about chimpanzees. His posts are weird. And okay, so here's one of them both on back in July. So I don't know, man. I'm still done. Okay, that's right. Okay, wait. Roughly a year or less. I saw some of their photos. Thought they were lovely. I know. They look like a really cute couple. If I suspected my kid killed someone, I'd be making them pay for their own attorney. I know I'm a mean mom. Oh, I mean, that's good parenting. You'd be like, dude, you weren't raised like this, so you better get yourself an attorney. I'm sorry, but any idea why the relationship was like in high school? Good question from Bobby to Mad Psycho 27. Hi, Sally. Right. There's social media trails everywhere. We do have that. People need people studied to make sure they aren't crazy or something. Could save future victims. She wasted her life on that scrawny hippie. Pretty sure they didn't start dating until after high school. Yeah, that's what her mom said. She said they knew each other before, but then they rekindled their friendship and then became a couple like 2.5 years ago. when a person has a lawyer, how does police questioning proceed? They can just say, I refuse to talk. And so they don't have to talk. And the lawyer can say, she's not talking. So then the police actually have to go find evidence and put it in front of a judge, like there's her blood all over inside the van, or, you know, there's a camera with him punching her, or, you know, all that other, like if there really was a domestic report and all that. And then they got to put all that together, go in front of a judge and say, Judge, we need to arrest this guy for, you know, first-degree murder or whatever. Then they get him and he has to go to jail, and then they can give him bail or whatever. And then his lawyer does all the talking after that. These videos don't portray her as being intimidated or seeming to be in fear of him, although I know they could be just what they want to be shown. Yeah. And, you know, my friend, my very best friend, was in a domestic violence marriage for a long time. And she's dead now because she got shot in the head. And he, you know, I have a private investigator, but the first thing they said was, well, on Friday night, they went out to dinner together with friends and everything seemed fine. And I'm like, well, yeah, people put on a different public persona. I mean, you don't, like, you go to a party with your husband that's abusing you or beating you, or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or whatever, you still act happy, right? You're good. And then you go home and they beat that shit out of you, you know? It's, you know, it's just what it is. You know, you're going to show the world a completely different side. Every once in a while, they show up and they show the world their true colors. So I'm assuming, you know, at a party or with friends at some point, you know, somebody that was with them could say, yeah, he was kind of intimidating and bossy and whatever, you know, controlling to her. But if my daughter went missing with some guy and he showed up but wouldn't talk, I'd have to arrange a visit. I agree. Yeah. You never know, person, right, Karen? Seriously, you just don't. Leighton, I know we all think he knows something. Leaving your girlfriend behind and not reporting her missing is strange, but we don't know for sure. Yes, I know. I mean, we don't know for sure, but it looks really suspicious. I just don't trust the whole situation. Bald, giant nose, I don't trust him. She was not meant for him. Well, hopefully she's alive. And then somebody else had mentioned, what if he sold her to a sex trafficker? I mean, you know, that could be too. Someone check his bank account. How much do they pay? I don't know. You know, who knows? But they were together for 2.5 years. I just feel like if it's anything, it was a volatile, something happened and she got hurt and he panicked and left. And lawyered up. I don't think he sold her to anybody. But I don't know. Hopefully we'll find out. I feel like this one's going to be solved. Don't you guys? Why is the family not calling up boyfriend? Yeah, we were asking about that because I think they just want to, I think they're trying not to make waves. They want him to fess up. They want him to feel comfortable. They want him to slip up. They want him to talk to somebody. They don't want him to think that they're accusing him. One would think that his lawyer would put a statement out ASAP to promote damage control, but who knows? Yeah. You'd think, like, all the speculation and rumor needs to stop because we will, you know, blah, 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 in due time. Sex trafficking is happening in Salt Lake. Yeah, you know, all these major corridors, the 15, the 10, the ones that go across the country, a lot of sex trafficking crap going on there. Very scary. It does, yeah. It happens everywhere. I mean, the Summer Wells case, they're talking about that in Tennessee. It's big. I'm from Long Island and just getting into the bus life, van life movement. This being on YouTube, a lot of people now know, especially in this lifestyle. Yeah, it's like a big thing, huh? Like everybody's going back to the 60s. The new generation, everybody's going to go live in their vans and be nomadic. It's kind of cool. You get a drone, you can have a YouTube channel, you can, like, so many YouTuber travel channels are just nomadic young people. Asking where she was last seen is an accusatory. True, right? I can't believe people just can't break up like normal human beings instead of them killing each other in a relationship. I don't understand it either. Near international airports are big. Yep. Yep. I'm the last person to ever believe somebody is guilty, and my immediate gut reaction is this guy is responsible for Gabby being missing. Yeah, that's how I felt too. And I'm like the YouTube channel that's like, I'm not going to accuse those parents while all the other channels are saying, no, the parents look guilty and did it. I don't do that. But this guy, he's just, my senses with everything we know, it just doesn't look good. Boyfriend had nothing to do with her disappearance. Why isn't he still looking for her? He's at home while you're not. Right. And why wasn't he at the press conference begging for her to come home too? You know, it just, none of it sits right with me. Is leaving with her and coming home alone enough evidence to get him at least brought in for questioning with his lawyer, of course? Yeah, but what is he getting? His lawyer will tell him not to talk, right? That's what I think. I think Scott Peterson did the same thing. Do we know how many other cross-country trips they have done? Did they do other cross-country trips? They may have, because somebody said some of the clips were from 2020, so that would have been another year ago. Maybe those ones in Santa Monica and stuff, because it doesn't sound like they went to Southern California in this trip. I've been living in a motorhome for 20 years traveling. Well, that is super cool. I love to travel, but I can only travel on vacation. Did anyone think that since she was headed to Yellowstone and last seen in Wyoming, that she could be lost and he gave up? It's pretty dangerous now in the Tetons. But why would he go all the way back to Florida instead of saying, Park Ranger, can you help me find my girlfriend? I haven't seen her in 2 days. I've been looking all over for her. I mean, why would you just be like, lost that one. I got to go home now. And their plan was to go to Oregon. He went back home. So clearly he knows that she's gone somewhere or missing or he did something, right? Because they never got to Oregon. Let's see. Whoops. Looks like KSL has an update with another at 10 p.m. Florida time. What's the update? Let's see if anybody posted anything. You can look on the Facebook group is like the fast, speedy. Let me get out of here. Well, this is weird. I don't know. That doesn't make sense. Okay. This is weird. Somebody said, I did a search of Gabby Petito's name in my Google Maps, and it comes up with her location in Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming. This is a screenshot of my findings. You can Google someone's name, and it shows up where you're at. Like somebody knows where I'm at right now just by Googling my name. Does that make any sense? So what made you do this? Because if you allow to share your location, you can see where someone is. I typically do this to see how far away my fiance is from her. Oh yeah, that's true. But you don't have to let people see your location, right? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. Somebody Google me and see if you can find me. It doesn't make any sense. When I click on her name, it comes up with the location. She probably tagged herself there when she was there. I don't know. Or And then somebody says, whoa, I just did it. I got the same result. I also searched myself and got nothing. But when I looked at my boyfriend's name, his location showed up. He was at work, which he is. All right. That doesn't make any sense. Does it make any sense to anybody? I don't think I can Google my location. I don't know. You guys figure that one out. That's a mystery to me. Okay, wait. I was going to go back and do the... Let's see what the most recent post of a zone. Everybody's getting on the zone of death thing now. Art, The dirt reviews. The dirt, dyrt.com. Worth the hike. Oh, okay. So this is a place where you can, Gabby and Brian, Colorado Springs. Okay. Yeah, they're all over social media. So I'm sure there's a lot to dig up on them. Oh, you know what? You're right. Because my neighbors have their, when you go into Google Maps or whatever, it shows so-and-so and so-and-so's house. And I'm like, so they literally have dropped the pin on Google. That's exactly. Okay. They probably had a falling out and they were forced to be together in those tight quarters on the road. It's a really scary scenario. Tempers could have flared. Right. Living in that van with someone else would be too tight of quarters for me. I know. Even living in that van with like my Yorkie would be too tight of quarters. Is her phone still working? Don't know. I don't know. You have to allow them to see where you're on iPhone. I do tech support. Okay. So she probably checked in or clicked on that when she was there. I don't know. But I think if she was still there, somebody would have found her. So here's the timeline. July 2nd, Gabby Petito leaves New York with her boyfriend of 2 years heading west. They spend time in Colorado and southern Utah. August 12th through 24th, Petito and boyfriend are in Utah, which now we got that one paper that says that he went to Florida at some point in there. August 21st, Petito's father, Joseph Petito, orders, oh, that was the 21st, Uber Eats for Gabby Petito. Meals delivered to Salt Lake City. This is the last time Petito speaks with her father. August 24th, couple lives Salt Lake City, headed for Grand Teton National Park. Mother Nicole Schmidt said they are spending 1 or 2 days in Wyoming. August 23rd, 24th, Petito's last FaceTime call with her mother. After this point, Schmidt says they text a lot. August 25th, Schmidt says the couple's van is spotted at Grand Teton National Park. August 25th, last post on Petito's Instagram. August 25th to 27th, Schmidt says she doesn't know where Petito is and assuming the couple leaves Wyoming heading for Yellowstone National Park, but it's unclear if they made it. August 27th, Petito's parents say her social media goes completely silent. August 30th, Schmidt gets a text from Petito's number. She's not sure if it's coming from Petito. After this point, Schmidt says Petito stops replying to her text messages. And September 11th, the police department opens an investigation. So that's the timeline. It looks like they had a tent sleep in the van. It didn't look like they had a sleeping quarters. I wonder if when you look in the van, though, it has like a bed in there, but it doesn't look like it's, I don't know. They probably could sleep in it a little bit, but it did look like they set up tents. When you watch that video, that hasn't disappeared yet on their static, nomadic, static. At Petito Mom is her mom's Instagram. Petito Mom. Tara Wickman Petito has a dog. Is that her? Petito mom. It's private though. And Petito Joseph is her dad's. Yeah, that looks like him. Where's Gabby? I just let her like where Gabby on his like. Please help. We need to find her. Missing. Please help. So yeah, so we'll keep following this case. And I really appreciate you guys all tuning in to the live. I do a live stream every Saturday when I can. I try, but I was off for a while in the summer. It was hard, but you know, I'll talk about this again Saturday because I will be back on Saturday. If anything really interesting comes, I'll do a live stream this week again. If there's an arrest or any really good information that we need to, not good, but important information, hopefully good, that she is found and safe. I know that's what we keep thinking. It just sounds like, her phone is off. Okay. The police have the van. The police have the van and they took it. It's in Florida. Right. You're welcome. There's so many cases where women run off and end up getting murdered. So many. Let's be cautious. This is true. I mean, but why wouldn't he report her missing? Or did she just say, you know, I mean, yeah, you could go that way. It could be like she said, screw you, get out of here. I don't care. I'm on my own. Bye. Peace out. He left and no one ever heard from her again. Something bad happened to her from a stranger. But yeah. So, I mean, that's you, Karen, you Googled yourself, didn't show your location. Good, because I don't really want to Google myself. I don't want oh, she's at Walmart. Oh, she's, you know, wherever. I don't want people to be able to Google me and find out I mean, you could Google me, but don't follow me on like, oh, like that's pretty freaky. I hope we don't have that happening. And boyfriend wired up because he's scared of freaking the hell out, knowing it's always a significant other. I mean, that could be a complete logical explanation. I'll be with you. Okay, hopefully you guys stay safe because this world's filled with crazy people. I know. Somebody said to me, oh, my hairdresser, she's like, do you date? And I'm like, not anymore. I'm not meeting no strangers, you know? I mean, it's so weird now. Let's see. Respect the local news channel just posted information about missing lady. Much stuff left undone. It's always legit. Thank you, Spivey. We appreciate you very much. Really much. Who owns the van, though? I don't know. I feel like they owned it together, but I don't know. Don't be surprised in a few days they find a small piece of evidence to question him and they break him. Is there a way the police could ping her phone even if it was turned off? Yeah, I believe they can. I believe they can. They can go through the account. Probably have to do something through the Verizon or whoever she has. 9 times out of 10 chance he killed her. There's always the 1 chance it's a legal room. Yeah. I don't know. Police haven't been to where she was last heard on the phone. I mean, how? Yeah. Weird. Aw. Thank you. Appreciate the compliment. Last location is all they can get from a ping. Okay. They sure were able to follow Alex Cox's phone all over town to Del Taco and the backyard where the kids were buried. And Okay, bye. Where's my mods? There's one for you guys. Never mind, I got it. I blocked that person. Let's see. Right? Like, I'm good. I don't need any strangers in my life. I'll just talk to them on YouTube with you guys. You guys are my stranger friends. Any chance all this could be social media stunt? As I heard another commenter. Somebody did say that. I saw a couple people say that, but I have a hard time thinking that could happen. Thank you, Alex C, for subscribing. I mean, anything's possible, right? But she seems like such a sweet girl that wouldn't just make her mom sit there and cry. I mean, that's just horrible, right? If he owned the van and they had a fight, he could have just left. But she's beautiful, and I'm sure no guy would pass her up hitchhiking. Maybe the boyfriend took her phone and tossed them all over the road. Yeah. Right? We're all like, we're at, no. Right, Karen? Karen, she's not dating either. Yeah, I mean, we don't. People go missing in national parks all over the world, all over the country, a lot. Yeah, that is true. All right, so so I started at 6:30. It's almost 8. I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat. I do appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you. And if you haven't hit the like button, that does help a lot with my channel. And subscribe if you're not subscribed. I'm here, but I'm not here every day, like I said, because I work full time. But I try to jump on new cases when they come out, especially ones that other channels aren't really covering quite yet. And I've been following the Lori Vallow, Chad Daybell case from forever. I am just started a new podcast on that case. It's called Afterglow: Unveiling the Idaho Cult. It's on Spotify, Apple, Stitcher, Google Play, and it's doing really well. So it's just a story from the beginning of the Vallow Daybell case, and I'm going to release one every week. And it's just audio. And I do have them on here too. I have a playlist of them on YouTube. Thank you guys very much. Oh, thank you for watching from Canada, Judy. I had my girlfriend disappear like this, and she ended up running off with a man and his son in 2018. So they say, oh, well, that's craziness. At least she's alive, but geez, that was rude. Her. Something doesn't ring a daybell. All right. So thanks again. And I will see you all soon. I appreciate you. All my mods, thank you. Except for I got to get had to get the troll. But I love you anyway. And I will see you really, really soon. All right. Everybody stay well, stay safe. Bye-bye. Have a great night, and I'll see you soon. Bye.